Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and to the garden. In today's video I'm just going to go over all of the palm trees that I grow in the garden for 2025. Try and make this sort of like an annual video just so I can see the progress of the palms and sort of any new palms that we've added to the garden. So what we'll do is just kind of jump straight in. You can see here one of our largest Trachycarpus palms. This one was put in last year. It has done fairly well. Did have quite a bit of die-off on the top fronds, but we are getting quite a few new fronds. I would expect somewhere in the order of about 8 to 9 new ones this year. So I'm going to trim off all the old ones once we do get kind of a new flush on that one. Just as we come down this way, you can see one of our next palms here. I believe we've got 8 different varieties in the garden at present. So this is your Trachycarpus wagneranious. Again, went in last year from B&M. Again, most of these were from B&M. Had pretty good luck with them and fairly good prices. So I'm definitely kind of interested for next year, you know, when the palms do start coming back in. You can see here, got one sort of die-off leaf down at the bottom, but for the most part, a few new fronds, probably 6 on this one, and maybe gained about half an inch of trunk there. Done quite well in this spot. And again, I think it just brings a nice kind of, you know, add alongside things like euphorbia, some of the tree ferns and things like that as well. Just coming down this way, we've got one of our small Chamerops. We've got a few of these in the garden. Again, this one also picked up last year. Done pretty well. Quite a few new fronds, and it is starting to pop a bit down at the base there. But with that said, I think it's going to do decent being underneath the bamboo, getting that nice overhead protection. Just next to that down here, we've got one of our smaller volcanos. So this is your Chamerops volcano, a bit more of a stiffer leaf. Again, quite kind of you know, a nice kind of frond patterning. This one has done quite well. It was wobbly in the pot when we got it, but it has rooted quite nicely in there. I do need to kind of weed that out down at the bottom there. Just as we come this way, you can see here we've got another baby Chamerops. Just tucked in there. Again, went in last year. Done fairly well again. A couple new fronds on that one. Not as kind of whitey blue on the underside on this, so it could be a slight variant, but that could also be sort of the UV, things like that. Down here, next to where the onset was, we do have another waggy. Not done as great as the other one. This one went in later in the year. I think it was struggling when I got it. It has put out a few new fronds, and once again, you know, it's starting to kind of get itself in the ground, so I think that's going to do quite well this year. Under here, we've got one of our first original Trachycarpus, which is getting absolutely drowned out by the yucca here. You can just kind of see that in there, tucked in with all the weeds and things. Put on a decent amount of trunk this year. Again, it's going to struggle because of where it is and kind of lack of light. The onset is usually here, which if you haven't seen, that's been dry stored. Got a video out on that at the moment if you are interested in the onset dry storing. Just as we come down here, again, apologies on the mess, guys. We've got a new pond build going in, which should be up on the channel very soon. You can just see here the Butia. So this is your Butia, capitata, or oderata. Again, this one went in at the very start of last year. Year before that. Again, it's grown quite well. A few new fronds. It's starting to get its feet in, you know, and I'm pretty happy that this is finally, hopefully going to start taking off soon. Again, the kind of general rule with palms is first year sleep, second year creep, third year leap, and I think we're just going to come into that leap stage, hopefully this spring. But a very mild winter. So, I mean, again, it's kind of confusing a lot of plants, I think, here. And just so we come this way, I don't try to show too much of the progress on the pond build or any of the other stuff over there, lights that are going to go into it. One of our larger volcanos here. This is probably one of the best ones. I did get some seed from this, so I'm going to use some of Eddie's method at Wooly Tropicals. See if we can get these kind of growing. Well, I've been speaking to Tim, New York Tropicals, and Andrew as well. I think Jose at Jose Ramos Tropical Gardens also doing some of this stuff. So again, I'm going to catch up with the guys and see what we can do, see if we can get some seeds growing. But again, this has done quite well. Again, this was bought last year from B&M, one of the more expensive ones, but it's kind of got a really nice form, decent sized trunk in here as well that you can see. So I'm fairly happy with that. Again, it was on the pricier side, but can't complain for the kind of specimen you get in there. Another one of our Trachycarpus palms. Now I did end up getting around 10 of these of this size. This one has put out about 4 or 5 new leaves, but I expect there was sort of some UV blaster damage because a lot of my palms have this little line you can see, which again, I don't believe it was winter damage. It did. This frond was sort of kind of early May ish time, so I don't believe we had any cold at that time. I think it could have been either UV damage, it could have even been drought damage as well, because we had a very, very dry spring on that side. Just coming down here, Tetrapanax, it was moved. Yeah, it's well, it's still got something on it there, so we're gonna just hope that that does okay. Down here, Chamerops, that again, this spot for Chamerops doesn't seem to like it. This one has completely reflushed. It lost pretty much all of its leaves, defoliated last year for some reason. Again, I'm trying this one here. We're going to see what happens with it. If I do lose this one, I don't think I'm going to replant it, as it is kind of the third one that's gone in there. The other two really struggled as small plants. But again, new flush on it. Starting to get some decent sized fronds, as you can see. Got quite a few coming out. So hopefully, again, this is going to kind of take off now that it's got its feet in the ground a bit better. Just as we pan down this way, one of the other medium-sized Trachycarpus, again, bit of leaf damage on that one. I do think the drought in the spring again did kind of take effect on that. Got a decent amount of growth, probably 4 to 5 new leaves on this one this year. You can see the newest one just coming out there, looking quite healthy on it. So again, just going to hope that's going to kind of really start to take off now. Hopefully we have a mild winter, so once again we can you know, hopefully get these really kind of trucking away once the spring comes along. This way here, get on the mini golf course. We've got another one. This one has interesting sized leaves, a little bit different kind of format and shape, but you can see again, took some leaf damage. It is putting out new spears, but it's been a slow grower. It is in a raised bed here. There are a lot of other plants competing for moisture and space, so again, it's going to struggle a little bit compared to others. But again, we're just going to let that grow, see what happens on that one. You know, worst case scenario, we'll end up moving that. Just we come this way now, you can see another one of our Trachycarpus here. This was another one that was again of the same size. This one's grown quite a bit of trunk. I would say nearly 2 to 3 inches of trunk. About 4 or 5 new fronds on this one as well. Again, so doing quite well. I think yellowing typically is kind of winter. I do find they kind of yellow a bit as they stop the uptake of nutrients or slow down quite a bit during the winter. As we come this way now, the larger one, again you can see the pond lights down there, got some Christmas lights on it. This is probably one of my best growing ones of the Trachycarpus. Put out loads of new fronds this year. It did actually flower as well, so again, this is probably one of my healthiest ones. This one wasn't bought from B&M. I believe this was the Palm Tree Company, and you can see this has put on a fantastic amount of sort of trunk there. Really pleased with that one. Just as we come this way, and I'll try not to pan you too quick, we've got another of the smaller Trachycarpus palms. Again, done fairly well. Has put out a few new fronds, a little bit of trunk growth on this one, and again you can see the leaves are kind of yellowing a tiny bit here, and again I do expect them to kind of green up once we you know, get some decent sort of warmth back again in the spring. Now, one of our hybrids, so this is your Trachycarpus princeps hybrid. Some fantastic new fronds on it. I've got it under cover at the moment just to stop any sort of moisture getting into the crown, but you can see here some new fronds, lovely growth. This one's really taken off from a small plant last year. It may not go under cover next year. We just kind of have to see how the winter goes, but for now, while it's small, get that under cover, and it just keeps that little bit of moisture off there. As we pan back into the center now, you can see we're back to one of the smaller trunked Trachycarpus here. This one, it did struggle a lot. It gets battered by the winds quite badly. It's a very sort of open garden, if you can see here. So unfortunately, that has taken a bit of a battering by the wind. It has grown, I would say, about ½ inch of trunk and probably about 8 new fronds. I did end up trimming quite a few off of this one as they'd gone really kind of dark on that side. Just into the center here, it's easy to get it from kind of this distance. Just in front of us, that's your triple trunk Chamerops, one of our oldest ones we have in the garden. Done fantastic. Again, you can see kind of trunk growth. This probably put on a good 3 inches this year. I've let the center offshoots sort of come up for now. We'll trim those out in the spring. But one interesting thing I've noticed on this one, and again, I'd be interested if you guys know what it is in the comments. I might put a video out on it soon. But if you can just see here on some of the fronds, it's doing this. Get it to focus. There, so if you know what that is, I'd be interested to see if you know, and put it in the comments. Again, I probably will do some sort of almost special on it at some point, what exactly is going on there. What we'll do now is just take a look at some of the palms we've got in the back area here, and we'll just walk across the middle. And as we come this way, we've got our robelenis here, which you can just see, done quite well. This one is in a pot. It has taken a nearly -4 without any sort of additional protection other than the bay tree here. So I got my fingers crossed on this one. As long as we have a mild winter, I actually think this is going to get through quite easily. We do have another robelenii, which, sorry about the sun, is just under cover here. So we are experimenting with this one, seeing if the overhead protection such as this will help it to get through. Put on a decent amount of trunk, probably one of the fastest growers I've got going at the moment here. Done really, really well on that side. And once again, you know, pretty happy that this should theoretically get through. Only a tiny bit of browning on the leaves here that have been exposed. So again, fingers crossed on this one, this experiment. We'll hopefully get that one through. Just next to that, we've got a Washingtonia that is really struggling. Again, I think it's its last season. Barely put anything out last year. It struggled to get that center spear out, and you can see it's trying to get another one out now. Again, I think this is a lost cause, but we're going to let it get through the winter, just kind of see what happens there. Down this way, we've got another Trachycarpus palm. You can see this one is quite covered, decent sized little trunk on it. It is putting out some new spears and quite green. Again, this is in a very sheltered location here in the jungle area. Next to that, we've got a small baby Chamerops. Again, just off the water feature here. Done quite well. Few new fronds this year. Of course, you know, this was tiny when it went in. This one was from Morrison's. I think it was only like £6 or something like that. Great deal on these. You know, really pleased with the kind of palms and selection we're getting now. But again, you can see that one there. Going to let that grow, and hopefully, again, it's going to kind of fill out this little back area here. Without going too far into it, if I just pan that way, point my finger just in the center, we've got another one of the small Trachycarpus palms, done really, really well this year. And again, you know, just similar to the others, a few new fronds and things like that. What I'm going to do now is just jump and show you a couple of the babies that we've got in the ground. So just under here, you can see one of our sort of small palms. You got your Trachycarpus wagneranious princeps, which has got the blue underside. Again, just under cover there. And interestingly, you can see snapdragons are still holding flowers underneath the cover here. Again, quite a cool little palm. And again, I'm giving that little extra protection just to help it get through and size up. Just go to the ones at the back. So guys, just tucked in here, we've got a tiny little one. You can see the strap leaves down there. This is right behind our massive Musabastu clump. Again, this has been a seedling in the ground for about 2 years now. Again, it's not really getting loads of light, so it's going to be a little bit slow on the uptake there. Just jump to the front of the house and show you the ones in the front. And another one we've got here, a smaller one, but you can see the trunk is interestingly kind of leaning sideways, which is a bit interesting on this one. Again, been in the ground same amount of time as the last one we've just shown you, but you can see some decent little leaves coming out, and again, no protection for these. These have just kind of stayed where they are out in the front of the property. Let's just jump and show you the last couple palms and finish up there. Right, so we're back just off the top of the house here. You can see one of our ones just as you walk in. Another one of the 3-foot trunk ones. Again, this is in a bit of a poor spot. Gets a lot of wind, gets highly battered. But a few new fronds, had to trim off quite a few. But again, it's kind of making its recovery in the raised bed that it sits in here. Next to that, we moved over the Chamerops, which you can see was actually in the back, just behind where that tree fern is there. We moved that out and we made this bed. If you wanted to see the video of making the bed, that's a few videos back on the channel. But again, this is kind of doing fairly well, a bit of trim off, but it seems to be pretty happy there. We've also got this Trachycarpus here, which again was moved. It was moved from the back down by the mini golf course. Was struggling, did have a very almost root bound, so hopefully it's going to make a little bit better of a recovery now that it is in the better sort of position and off the raised bed here. And finally, we've got our Washingtonia, the one clump of them that has survived. This had no protection last year, took a -6C. I think the fence has been helping to just boost that little bit of temperature on it here, but you can see a few new fronds, and I'm hoping now that it's been in the ground a couple years, it might start to push on forward. But of course, guys, that is all the palms that we're growing in the garden, at least that I can remember. Quite a few, as I can see. But with that said, yeah, you know, if you haven't checked out the friends of the channel, it'll be in the comment section below. I know the guys are getting close to getting up to the 1,000 sub mark, so certainly make sure you check them out. Go subscribe. Of course, if you're not subscribed to our channel, feel free to do so. Join our amazing community. And with that said, of course, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.